Well, hello, hello, and good morning. What a wonderful day, and I am so excited to be alive. I am very grateful to be here, to be able to come to you live on the Dear Daughter page. And the story or the program actually is To My Younger Self. This is a platform where we tell stories and experiences from when we were younger and what we wish we knew then, what we know now, and how it would impact our lives, or how those experiences and stories and memories have impacted our lives. We go down memory lane. My name is Zoe Baraka. It is so wonderful to see you. Listen, I am not able to see you, so please say hello. Say good morning in whatever language. I will try to read it. Yes, I will. Or say it. I will. Hug me virtually. Just love on each other. Let's love on each other this morning. Once again, my name is Zoe Baraka, and the show is To My Younger Self. Just say hello so I get to see who you are and where you are watching or participating from in the comment section. Today, I have a very interesting story to share. So just about, well, actually, the last couple of Sundays, really, my cousin, who happens to be a pastor, has been teaching about the power of words. And he has been going so deep into the word and teaching his congregants or the people that go to his church about the power of words, how positive words impact, people and things like that. If you would bear with me one moment, I am trying to put this on another platform. And I just wanted to put right here, we are live now so other people can join us. Bear with me one moment. There we go. And it's done. Good morning, Laura. It is so good to see you. It is so wonderful to see you. How is it where you are, sis? We are gearing up for snow, supposedly, or like Joey from Friends will say, supposedly. So, yeah, we are not very excited today because we are definitely getting some snow. But so going back to the story, I titled it Affirmation for a very specific reason. So Josh, my cousin who is a pastor, has been teaching about the power of words the last 2 or 3 weeks in his church. And I've been watching and listening very ardently and using it in my life. And one of the things that he, I guess, in his expose or in his teaching said was that there was a group of scientists somewhere in Asia. I'm not sure exactly if he said it was China or Japan. I can't remember. These scientists put clean water in two separate. Oh, Laura, stop showing off. It is going to be 80 in Orlando today. Really? I am so jealous. I really am, because I have to wear like 4 or 5 things just to be able to venture out. But that's okay. Times and seasons, right? Yeah, summer is coming our way too. Anyway, going back to the story. So a group of scientists put two they put water in 2 clear jars. Clean water, by the way. And I guess they gave one a good name and they gave the other jar a very bad name. And apparently every morning they would go to the one with the good name and say good things to it. Things like, you're clear water, you are life, you are, this and that. You are all these very beautiful words. And to the bad one, another set of scientists would go to the one that they labeled with a bad word, and they will say, "You're dirty water. You cause sickness. You do this. You do this. You do this." And apparently, by some strange, well, I as a Christian, I wouldn't call it strange because I believe in the power that goes behind a word, but so apparently it actually did happen. The one with the good name, the water in the jar that had the good name actually remained crystal clear, if not clearer. And the one in the jar that had the bad name that they kept saying bad things to actually became very dirty all on its own. And so he gave a couple more examples about two plants. One had a lot of words: you're beautiful, you flourish, you do this. And they gave them the same amount of water and all that. And the one that they kept saying, you're a dead plant. You're not going to amount to anything. Your roots are about to die. Even though they gave it the same amount of water, it still died. And the one that they kept saying, you're flourishing, you're doing this and that and all that, that actually blossomed and grew. And as I was listening to Josh teaching this message, it suddenly dawned on me. So my little nephew, who today's story is really about, his name is Leo. Ever since he could actually speak, he was probably 2.5 or 3. He had a list of affirmations. Now, I don't know how he came by it, but he had a list of affirmations. And I want to say that his father taught it to him. And every morning and every evening, Eliel would actually very religiously say these words. He will say words like, I am smart, I am intelligent, I am a miracle, I am God's friend, I'm going to find it because I want you to hear Eliel actually saying these words. And the reason why I actually I thought about it as I was listening to Josh's message was that it suddenly dawned on me that everyone, he would say things like, I am an ambassador. I am peaceful. Every person that ever met Eliel, everyone that even just saw his picture would suddenly utter out, there is something very special about this boy. And it just dawned on me. It's funny how children have a way of teaching us without us really knowing they're teaching us, because it suddenly dawned on me, that's the principle that this little boy has been working with all his life. I mean, he's still a regular little boy. He still does some things that his mother would have to shout and say, no, don't do that. But all in all, generally speaking, when you walk with Eliel, wherever you take him, his mother will testify to this, his father will. Indeed, anyone in my family can tell you this. Everybody, even when he was a baby and I would show pictures of him, people would say, there's something very interesting about this boy. I really like this boy without really knowing why. And he had been working that principle all his life, all of his life. And he's only 5 at this moment. Bear with me because I really want to pull this sound out and I want to play a little bit. I actually used it as my ringtone and my alarm clock for a long, long time because it spurred me on. And he would say it religiously before he went to school. And when he came back home, he would say it. Here is Eliel. I'm going to try to put it to the speaker so you hear him saying it with his father egging him on because he had to record this specially for me. Here we go. I'm a okay. I'm strong. Okay. I'm gentle. Okay. I'm peaceful. Okay. I'm God's friend. Okay. I'm not. Okay. I'm peaceful. Okay. I'm smart. Okay, and because it's a ringtone, it kind of got cut short. But he goes on and on and on, and he talks about how intelligent he is, how he's God's friend. He's a miracle. God is his father. He's peaceful. He's an ambassador. And that it just dawned on me, this boy can be anything he wants to be in this world. My question to you this morning is, what have you been affirming to yourself? Because ever since I could remember, even though I grew up with some of those principles, for example, my father would never let you use the word if and in place of when what you were looking for was a surety. So when I needed to pass a test, I would never say to my dad, if I pass it. I had to say when I pass it. When I was traveling, I couldn't say, yes, thank you very much. Yes, that was very nice, wasn't it? You would have to actually say, when I travel, every positive thing that you wanted to happen to you, my dad would insist you said or use the word when. So my question to you is this. What have you been affirming in your life? 5-year-old Eliel has been doing this all of his life. All of his 5 years in this world right now. And I am actually inclined to believe that he really is a miracle. Not only that, he will grow up and be what he said he or what he is saying that he is. He will be an ambassador. Indeed, he is a peacekeeper, even though he is so full of life. And everywhere he is, there is just so much joy and laughter and a lot of noise around him. He brings life to an environment because he speaks it. What are you speaking to yourself? Or what are you teaching your kids to speak to themselves? As a parent, what traditions are you breaking so your children don't have to go through what you're going through? Hi, Pasanab Akawin says he is watching live from Ghana. It is so good to see you. Welcome to the show. It is a storytelling show, and today we are just speaking it into existence. Abna, it is so good to see you, my dear. I believe it's time that you came back on the show and told us a story, right? I definitely have my eyes on you. I definitely do. But so yes, going back to Eliel's story, this is what Eliel has taught me. And since the last 3 weeks, I have been very careful with the things that I tell myself and I allow other people to tell me, because Eliel will not let any of his brother or sister tell him anything negative. Indeed, just 2 weeks ago, or maybe a week ago, suddenly he just started learning how to play chess at 5. He just taught himself. He can actually tell you the names of the players on the chessboard. Nobody taught him. But this is what I am saying, because he's been telling himself he's intelligent ever since he was 2 or 3 years old. He has a natural intelligence that no one can teach. It is a supernatural intelligence, because that's what the power of words do. That's what, when you affirm yourself with the positivity around you, that's what it does. He actually told me, he told me all the words or all the players on the chessboard. Of course, there's the board. He told me about the pawns and the bishops and the knights and the king and the queens, and even though he doesn't necessarily know where they go or how they move yet, he actually told me the king can't go anywhere, but the queen moves around and goes to get things done at 5 years old. And I'm not saying, no, actually I am saying he really is all that and more. And I hope Eliel's story encourages you. I hope it pushes you to want to use affirmative words. He actually has titled this group of words that he says to himself, affirmation. And before he actually says those words, he literally says affirmation. And then he will go into it. I am strong. I am peaceful. I am healthy. I am God's friend. I am an ambassador. I am a miracle. Actually, that's exactly how he says it. So please, today I just wanted to leave you with this very, very short experience. It's not a story that necessarily happened to me. It's an indirect story, but it's impacted my life so much, so much, that I do want to share it with you. Please. What are you saying to yourself when you wake up in the morning? What are you speaking to your inner spirit when you wake up in the morning, or when you go to bed at night? What is the last thing you say to yourself before you go to bed at night? Lately, I've been telling myself all kinds of things, and at work, they laugh at me. I would say things like, I am the hottest thing walking into this place right now. Because I am here, you guys are making so much money. I am here, and this whole establishment is blessed because of me. Indeed, during the surge of the coronavirus, when everyone was falling sick, I would say things like, not me. I've got African genes. There is no way this thing will get me. It wasn't being ignorant. I mean, I was still wearing a mask and washing my hands and doing the things that the scientists told us to do. But what I kept saying to myself was, everyone will fall. I will be the last man standing. Indeed, I was the last woman standing, because everyone at work got a little bit of the Rona, but me, yours truly. because of what Eliel taught me about affirmation. And I wish I knew this when I was his age. I would be president of the World Bank by now, even though I didn't do any accounting in school. That's what the power of words can do. So I'm going to stop blabbing and I'm going to ask you, what words are you speaking to yourself? Go out there and be great today. Go out there. And even though there is snow, there's about to be snow, I'm still telling myself, I'm the one person who can drive in the snow. I am the one person who still sees the snow and my day is not altered in any way. I will still get everything I need to do in the day done. So speak life to yourself, affirm yourself, and you will be the better for it. Listen, next week, well, that's the end of the story or experience. But next week, we have a special guest. She is one of Ghana's topmost young authors. She is the author of Shimmigrants and also the author of Same Elephants, I believe. Yes, amazing, powerful storyteller. And she has agreed to grace our platform to tell us a couple of stories and experiences about her life. And I'm very, very excited about it. So please do not miss the show on Tuesday, next week, Tuesday in the morning. Margaret will be here and it will be an amazing, amazing time. Evelyn, it is so, so good to see you. Thank you so much. Hey, Kenya, my family. Habari. Yes, yes, Izzy says, I always speak a language of blessing to myself and I tell myself, Izzy, you are blessed. Yes, move beyond that and actually be specific with your blessing. What kind of blessing do you want? I say things like, I have the most amazing skin. I say things like, I have the most soothing voice. I say all those things and believe you me, it actually is working. It actually is working. It is working. It is working. So Izzy, go ahead and be very, very specific with your words. Don't let anyone tell you different. Just a blanket of a blessing is not enough. Be a sniper and go in there and literally snipe the words that you want to happen to you. And you will be amazed. You will be amazed. See you next week. This has been Zoe Baraka coming to you live on the Dear Daughter platform. And the program or the show has been To My Younger Self. And next week, I will be right here at 7:30 on the dot with our guest storyteller, Margie Marge. Thank you very much. Enjoy your day. And I love you all so very much. Bye-bye.